We're going to learn how to play reggae rhythms now. I must say they're extremely cool, but they're also very difficult to learn how to do because there's a lot of muting taking place with the left hand. I'm going to demonstrate the rhythm we're going to be learning, and then we'll analyze it in detail and learn how to do it. Here are the chords we're going to be learning with the left hand. Bar chord at the 5th fret, an E minor shape, which will be 3rd finger, 5th string, 7th fret, little finger, 4th string, 7th fret. And that will actually, although it's an E minor shape, gives us an A minor chord. And we'll be going back 2 frets to a G chord, bar on the 3rd fret, and we'll be using an E major shape, which actually gives us a G major chord, and back 2 more frets to F major, same chord shape, barred at the 1st fret. The sequence we'll be using will be A minor to F to G major, back to A minor. And a little point here, when you go from G major to A minor, make sure you don't leave your middle finger pressed down in the E major shape. It won't really produce the right chords that we want. So we want G major, lift off, A minor. A lot of people, when they're first learning to do these bar chords with rhythms, will often go minor and they'll go back here, and if it's meant to be major, they'll forget to put the middle finger down. And similarly, when you're at G major and you want to go to A minor, you'll forget to lift the middle finger off. So watch out for that. That's often a little problem area. So those are our chords here, here, and here, which is A minor, F major, G major, and lift that finger off, A minor. Now let's take a look at the right hand and see how the rhythm is done with this. With the right hand, the first thing we do is a muted downstroke on the first beat. Now normally, when you do a downstroke in most styles of rhythm guitar, you're usually used to having the hand come down this way towards the floor and across the strings. And although you can do muted downstrokes, or muted slaps as they're often called, with reggae you want the hand coming in almost sideways towards the strings this way to produce your mute. This is probably why it's one of the hardest rhythms to do, because it's very awkward to come in at this angle rather than down at this angle that you're probably used to doing. So we start out like this. We grab the pick, how we ever hold it, between our thumb and first finger, whatever's comfortable, and we simply come down in towards the bass strings this way, like that. So we actually mute the strings with our palm, the edge of the palm of our hand really, and with the pick going into the strings. So the palm of the hand, not the very extreme edge, we're not actually karate chopping the strings here, but on the sort of a leant over angle, with the pick falling somewhere in between the 5th and 4th string or the 6th and 5th string. Anywhere will do, like this. So on the first beat, or on the 1, we have a like a dead note. Again, like that. Makes a little sound, but don't worry about that. And then this is followed by a downstroke on the chord. So we have, again, mute, down. So I have to kind of bring the pick out after I've muted. I should also mention too that in addition to the palm of my hand muting, the fingers that are around the pick, that are holding the pick, are also muting the strings down here as well. So I have, now I've got the A minor chord with my left hand, so I mute. When I hit the strings with the pick, my left hand A minor chord once again is actually in position, but I'm not pressing the chord down. That's just to safeguard against any kind of notes coming out. So they're completely dead, these strings. Although my hand is in position for my A minor chord, I go down, and then there's my muted down, or side stroke kind of, and then a downstroke with the chord. So far we have like that. Now you may want to, when you do that downstroke, instantly lift the left hand off slightly so you mute it, like that. So we have, rather than a sustained ringing sound. Now we're going to have a look at both hands in action here at this point to complete the rest of the rhythm. Now to continue on, we do a mute, a down, and then an up, which actually can be muted or can be played, followed by a muting with the left hand. So we could have, I'll give you an alternative here, we could have like that, or we could have like that. The timing is identical in either case. And then followed by that upstroke. Let's say you're choosing to do a mute. That's what I'll do now. So I'll go down, press, lift, mute. I do another down. So after that up, I have to come again across into the strings to mute them rather than down. We don't want the pick going through like this. We want them to end up here. So we have mute, down, mute, stop. I'll call that a stop. Stop, down, up, mute. Again, stop, down, where you hear the chord, up where you mute, stop. Again. Now if you can get that happening nice and crisp with the mutes, you're doing extremely well on a very difficult rhythm. Now when we get to there, we want one more downstroke. Again. And then at the end of that downstroke, my left hand, of course, once the pick gets through it, the left hand lifts off to shut the notes down, even though you heard the A minor on that last downstroke. I have to bring the pick up again for another mute. When I bring the pick up, of course, I miss the string. So we have pick up and back around again in position. Now, the biggest problem you may encounter is when you get to the end of the bar, is when you come back to that mute, you may want to once again do a wrong type of downstroke and not a sideways in stop. So it's stop, now at this point we can learn how to move the other chords in the sequence. Let's take a look now. Now once again, with the left hand I have A minor, but I'm going to change in a minute to F major. So the right hand is going stop, down, up, stop, down. Once again that's a stop, a downstroke that gets heard, a muted upstroke, another stop where the pick goes into the strings, followed by a downstroke where the chord gets heard again. One more time. Stop, stop, down. So it's a stop, a down, up, stop, down. Just to refresh your memory of how that rhythm was done. Up to speed. Now, when I want to change to the F, I have to do it while the stop is taking place for the next bar. So if I go before doing another round of the rhythm on the A minor, when I'm doing the stop, I'm actually moving into position for the F major. So I'm going stop, stop as I move. So I'm actually moving to F as I'm beginning that downstroke where I just stop on the strings. Remember the downstroke that comes in really from the side. So it's move again. and I move. One more time. Now, of course, once I've successfully got to the F position and I've done my downstroke stop, I can continue with the rhythm on F. So let's try doing the rhythm with both chords now. So I did 2 bars on A minor and 1 bar of rhythm on F major. One more time. And then on the next stop, or the next bar, we move up to G. So from F, G, and then back to our A minor, and again, don't forget to lift off the middle finger. So from G, so let's hear the whole thing now. A minor twice, one more, move F once, G once, A minor.